I spent an entire week with the OnePlus 13 Midnight Ocean Edition that just came out in January. Stay tuned for my review. Hey guys, this is Julian with Juleon Tech Reviews, and thank you for joining my channel today. We're going to talk about my one-week review of the OnePlus 13 here. But before we do that, if you can please like and subscribe to this channel, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. Please don't forget to subscribe. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers, and we appreciate your help in that endeavor. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it, and let's talk about what we have here. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the details and what exactly we have here. We have the OnePlus 13 here with the 3 different colors. I have the Midnight Ocean, and there's the Black Eclipse, Arctic Dawn. All of these are at $899, and it starts with 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of storage. You can get a 12 gigs version, but it's only in the Black Eclipse, but the prices are still going to be the same, so you're not saving anything on that one. So might as well just get you the 16 gig and call it a day for the RAM. All right, as with every video and review of a phone, we're going to talk about all of the dimensions and all of the specifications. So let's go ahead and talk about that right now. So what we have is a 210 gram or 7.41 ounce phone. So that's the weight, and it is the LTPO 4.1 AMOLED display, and it has 1B colors, 120 hertz refresh rate. It has HDR vivid and up to 4,500 nits of peak brightness. The screen resolution size is 6.82 inches, which is pretty nice. And it has a 90.7% screen to body ratio. The resolution is 1440 by 3168 pixels, which is 510 ppi density. It has a ceramic glass guard for protection on always on display, ultra HDR image support, and this is running on the latest Oxygen OS 15.1, which includes support for the AI features, and it has the latest chip, which is the Snapdragon 8 Elite for your extreme performance and smoother digital life. And talk about the camera. So we have a triple camera setup. So we have the 50 megapixel wide, 50 megapixel periscope telephoto, 50 megapixel ultra wide, which includes a laser focus, Hasselblad color calibration, color spectrum sensor, dual LED flash, HDR, panorama support, up to 8K in 30 frames per second for the video. So you can shoot really nice videos. And let's talk about the selfie camera, which is 32 megapixels. And it supports up to 4K and 60 frames per second. Some of the other features that are included in this is the fingerprint under display ultrasonic, the accelerometer, gyro, proximity, compass, barometer, circle to search. The battery is a silicon lithium ion. So extra touch sensitivity is included, and this is what OnePlus is claiming with this OnePlus 13. All right, now we're going to switch gears and we're going to talk about my experience. So I've had this phone for an entire week, and let me tell you, I am impressed. So the main thing I'm impressed about is the smooth performance. So let's take a look at some of the features that makes this phone a smooth performer. So the first thing I'm gonna do is show you my setup. So the first thing I do whenever I get any phone is go to the display. So I make sure that it's on auto brightness. Now, OnePlus has a plethora of options. So you can go to the screen color mode, which gives you options here. I always select vivid. And then I also go to the image sharpener, which is not turned on. So go ahead and turn that on. The video color boost, I turn that on. Usually it's not turned on. And then let's talk about screen resolution. I always put it on high. Select the adaptive detail enhancement. I always change the refresh rate to high because I don't want to have any auto selected. You can do that specifically for some of your apps, but I just kind of let it be. And then that's pretty much it when it comes to making my screen as beautiful. But let's talk about the home screen. So my setup on the home screen is as such. So usually it comes with 4x6, but I switch it to the 5x6, as you can see down there. So you can do that and apply it to give yourself more screen real estate to add your apps. I also change the dock here. I usually put the camera in Chrome and then my Gmail app there. And then YouTube is always going to be right there. But let's just talk about going in and out of apps. So let me just show you what I mean by smooth. So just moving in and out of apps it's the smoothest I've ever seen on a phone. Now I've had Samsung phones, I've had Xiaomi phones, iPhone. This is unrivaled, the best smooth display I've seen in the market. And it's just not hyperbole. I've tried them all last year. You can check my videos. This is amazing. And they just have packed with features galore. And another feature that makes this phone compelling is this Flux theme, which is essentially a 3-layered system to get your phone to look very gorgeous and professional. So let's talk about that. It includes the always on display. So you have the 3 layers of wallpaper. So you have this, which is the never settle, and you can change this in here. And then if you double tap, you have a depth wallpaper that includes that. And if you open it up, you'll be basically on your home wallpaper. So it's like a 3-layer system. And I believe Xiaomi is the one that had this 3-layer system at first. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, where you can just have it be dynamically put on your phone. And it just enhances your experience on the phone. Another thing I want to talk about is the typing. So I've been using the iPhone for the last couple of months, and the typing is, you really can't feel it because it's not haptic touch, but we got the haptic on the OnePlus. The typing experience is very rewarding. You can feel every, haptic touch, and it's making the experience great. And it really comes in handy when it comes to autocorrect. You're doing less autocorrect. I'm sorry, Apple, but Apple's iPhone is wildly sometimes inaccurate. But back to the keyboard here, it's very accurate. So that enhances the experience. For me. So the wallpaper, the dynamic wallpaper, the screen setup, the resolution, everything is smooth and snappy. That's all I can say about that. And then next thing I want to talk about with my experience is the all-day battery. So OnePlus claims that this battery can charge up to 100% in 30 minutes. And I'm here to say that is an accurate statement. This new nano battery, stack battery, is all it's cracked up to be. I really didn't notice a huge difference at first, but I did know that going throughout the day, I have no issues. The battery doesn't drain. I play, some of my games all the time, but this battery from sun up to sundown, it lasts all day. So you can stamp that and, you know, put that on your guarantees for OnePlus. You're gonna have great battery experience when it comes to this. And then the next thing I want to talk about are all the AI features. So Oxygen OS 15 included some of the AI upgrades, but this is the first phone that is embedded with AI with the Snapdragon, you know, the 8 Elite, and then also with the update to the smooth software of the Oxygen OS 15. So one of the features I want to talk about is the Smart Reply. So on the iPhone, there's you know, rewrite when you can kind of select the sentence, and then you can rewrite it to be in polite, professional, or whatever as they advertise on those commercials. But you know, for me, you can do that on the OnePlus. So for instance, I have a message here. I can you know, go to this side right here, and then there's a green button that says AI reply. So what it does is it scans the entire phone, and then it shows what they're saying, and then it's giving you suggested replies. So you can either choose from the suggested replies on the default. You can change your reply to be formal, polite, sincere. And some of these are already, you know, default, or you can enter the reply yourself here. So for instance, if I say, you know, thank you for this, but no thank you. Now you can write it this way, and then you can see I've, you know, typed it and it looks crap. But what you can do is you can select formal, and then you can generate that from your response personally. So not the default, yours. And this enhances your experience, and it helps you think about your messages when you reply. So this applies to the entire phone wherever you're using typing. So it's not just limited to your messaging or your Gmail or whatever. It includes the entire phone. So thank you, OnePlus, for that. Let's talk about another AI feature. So we have a global search in here. So I put the global search down here where you can just type like baseball, and anything that is to do with baseball will show up here. Just make sure you turn on your permissions and everything. Well, another feature is an AI feature right here. And let's say, for instance, you want a little bit more enhanced and say, all right, baseball pictures. And then select the AI button. The AI will answer it. And depending on what you have within the phone, it will give you a message. So basically they're saying they can't find anything. Maybe try searching for something more specific, like famous baseball pitchers. So basically you can use this global search within the phone to search more AI friendly in your phone. So I really like that. And then the last AI features I want to talk about is the the AI speak and the AI summary. So for instance, if I want to go to the New York Times, so this will show up, and then once again, you slide this dock, you have the AI summary, you have the AI speak. So the first thing I want to do is the AI speak. So what it'll do is scan the entire article, and it'll start speaking as such.
Trump asserts a muscular vision of presidential power as he takes over. President Trump's executive act.
You can also switch it to a female voice.
President Trump's executive actions revived claims.
You can make it go faster 2 times.
President Trump's executive actions revived claims of broad presidential authority from his first term and made some new ones. Court battles seem likely. From Dick.
So that's neat. Let's say you don't want to listen to that and you just want the AI summary yourself. AI will summarize it for you right here. And you can get bullet pointed items based off of that search, and just makes your searching for articles and summarizing really quickly. Boom, it's there. And then you can copy it, share it, save it as notes. You can just do a plethora of things with the AI features. So that was a key for me about this phone being great. And the last thing I want to talk about are the photos, right? You want to get a nice camera phone that generates great photos. And I'm here to tell you, this does the job. So I'm going to show you a couple of pictures that I've taken just, snapping and shooting, and let me know what you think in the comments. All right, and we're back. So to sum up my week review of the OnePlus 13, this Midnight Ocean Edition, for the price that you're getting it, and for all the features that it has, this is by far one of the best flagship killers on the market. And it's a flagship and it's right, you know, but by itself, the Snapdragon 8 Elite is very powerful and it's making this phone, the performance, excellent. The battery is being consistent. The new features, the AI features have enhanced this phone. The weight of this phone is also getting me, you know, winning me over just from that experience. And then just, you know, everyday life and use. I mean, this has just been a great enhancement in my life. But so, and with all that being said, you just gotta try it for yourself. For this first week of using this phone, and I've had OnePlus phones in the past, this is by far the best phone that they've ever produced. Pending whatever the OnePlus Open 2 is, and I'm hearing that's being one of the thinnest foldable phones on the market. So I'm gonna definitely get that one and try that one out. But this one, you know, hands down has been my favorite phone so far in 2025. And I think they've started and they set the tone for what a phone should be. So any phone going beyond this, if it ain't up to this standard, then it's not even worth it. And I already know the other prices are going to be, you know, in the thousands. So just keep that in mind. But for me, this is a 10 out of 10, a no-brainer. And I was fortunate enough to get the pre-sale, so they were able to throw in a watch for me. So, you know, you should have at it. This is it. But that's just my opinion. But thank you for following us, and thank you for taking the time to listen to this 1 week review. Please like and subscribe this channel. We greatly appreciate it. This is Julian from Juleon Tech Reviews. Thank you for all your support. Peace.